Here's the simple reality that few can debate. The food we choose for ourselves and our families shows up in how we all feel, how we all focus, and how we all function throughout the day. Now, not in a dramatic kind of way, but in a real, everyday kind of way. Energy levels, patience, attention, and how steady we feel when life gets busy. At the AIQ lab, we see this with families all the time. Kids showing up wiped out for practice. Parents crushed by the afternoon lull. Evenings feeling heavier than they need to be. Often it's not motivation or discipline or effort. It's just the fuel everyone's running on. Today, let's break down why whole foods support your entire household and why ultra-processed snacks tend to work against us. Point number 1, the 20-minute rule. As a general rule, what we eat shows up in the body about 20 minutes later. Not as good or bad, just as clear, predictable physiology. For adults, quick burn snacks often give a small lift, followed by an all but noticeable dip. Not a catastrophe, just why am I slowing down already kind of feeling. Now for kids, that same pattern shows up as restlessness, distraction, or irritability. Now, they're not misbehaving, their brain is just adjusting to that fast fuel. A simple example, if we swap out that sugary fruit snacks for something like, say, apple slices and a nut butter, I'll bet the adults would feel more energy stable during that afternoon, and I'll bet the kids will come to practice more even-keeled and ready to work. Nothing extreme, just better fuel leading to a steadier output. Whole foods support the body in a way it understands, and that gives families a more consistent baseline to work from. Point 2, the shelf life test. Here's a simple way to think about food. If it can sit in the pantry for a year, it's probably not the most supportive option for focus and long-lasting energy. Whole food helps hunger cues stay reliable. Simply, you eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're satisfied, and then energy, it stays steadier. Processed snacks often make those cues a little noisier. Not dangerous, just less predictable. For adults, this can feel like grazing or midday cravings. For kids, this can look like constant snacking or a hard time staying full. And big picture, we're not just feeding today's appetite, we're shaping long-term familiarity with real food, which carries into adulthood. Point 3, the fourth quarter phenomenon. Many parents notice this. Kids and adults start strong, but energy fades as the day goes on. It's rarely conditioning, it's usually like a food rhythm. Processed snacks tend to burn quickly. Whole foods release energy more steadily. For adults, that could mean staying more patient and more focused. For kids, that can mean holding attention better throughout a long school day and then into practice and then into homework. Supporting your body with real food isn't about perfection. It just makes the day feel more manageable. All right, quick pause. Feeding a busy household is no small job. If you got picky eaters or you're unsure where to start, that's exactly what we do at AIQ. We coach young athletes and support parents in building simple, realistic nutrition habits that fit into real life. Check out our programs at the AthleticIQ lab in the link below. Point 4, the native language principle. Whole foods work well because they match how the body is designed to operate. For most of human history, our fuel came from fruits, vegetables, grains, meats, nuts, and legumes. Our biology still responds best to those patterns. Your body and your kid's body knows exactly what to do with foods like apples, eggs, rice, potatoes. These foods give steadier energy and clearer thinking. It's not an athlete thing or an adult thing, it's just a human thing. Just scaled to your age, your activity level, and the day. Point 5, building tomorrow's habits. This is the heart of it. The choice your family makes now create the patterns for everyone will live on later. Not in a high pressure way, just in a practical, how we do things at home kind of way. Kids who get used to whole food options grow into teens who have fewer crashes, better focus, and an easier time managing long days. Parents who fuel well tend to feel more grounded, more patient, and more consistent, especially when life gets full. And the best part? When people feel better from eating whole food, they naturally gravitate towards it. It doesn't require force, the body reinforces it. So here's the simple takeaway. Your family doesn't need complicated diet rules. You'll all just benefit from more real, more whole ingredients, and fewer long life shelf options. Whole foods create steadier days, more consistent energy, clearer thinking, and smoother evenings. Backed with better performance at work, in school, in sport, and at the home. And nutrition is only one piece of building strong, resilient humans who perform well in life. If this was helpful, hit subscribe so we don't miss the next one. Train smart, eat well, feel better.